house is fast asleep, but I'm still wide awake. The clock keeps breathing softly with every second break. There's a yellow glow beside me. It paints the wall in gold. This little lamp has seen me more honest than I've told. I sit here on the edge of what we used to be, talking to the silence like it's still listening. I don't cry out loud, I just let it fall. Quiet tears don't echo, they barely make a sound at all. The lamp knows everything, it watches while I fall apart. It sees the way I hold my breath to calm my shaking heart. It hears the words I never said, it feels the space you left. I don't say it in the daylight, but in this room I confess I'm not as strong as I pretend to be. The lamp knows everything about me. Your sweater's on the chair, I haven't moved it yet. Like if I leave it where it is, you might not forget. I read our old goodbye, like maybe I misread, searching for a hidden line you never really said. My voice sounds different now, softer in the dark, like nighttime pulls the truth straight out of my heart. I tell myself I'm healing, I say I'm doing fine, but healing feels much heavier after midnight. The lamp knows everything, it watches while I fall apart. It sees the way I press my hand against my restless heart. It hears the whisper of your name. I try so hard to hide in daylight. I'm composed, but at night I can't lie. I'm not as strong as everyone believes. The lamp knows everything about me. I only break where no one sees. Maybe that's why it still hurts like this. The lamp knows everything, it stays when you don't stay. It keeps the secrets in this room till morning takes them away. And when the sky turns pale, I'll fold myself back in, put on my steady voice again, like nothing's ever been. But right now in this quiet where I don't have to pretend, the lamp knows everything, and it won't tell them. I don't cry in the daytime, I keep it tucked away, folded like a letter I never meant to say. I smile when people ask me if I'm doing fine. I've practiced that expression so many times. But when the room gets quieter and shadows start to grow, that's when all the feelings I bury start to show. The darker it gets, the harder it is to hide. There's something about low light that pulls the truth outside. I only cry in low light when no one else can see. When the world is finally sleeping and it's just the dark in me. Tears don't feel as heavy when they fall unseen. I only let them happen in places in between. I only break in silence where I don't have to be strong. I only cry in low light where I can't pretend for long. Your picture's in my drawer, face turned upside down, like maybe if I flip it, you won't still be around. I tell myself it's better that we let it go, but healing feels much slower than I let them know. I hear your voice sometimes in the quiet hum of the refrigerator when the night has just begun. I breathe a little slower so I don't fall apart, but the dark is like a mirror reflecting every part. I only cry in low light under amber glow, where the tears look softer and no one has to know. My hands shake less in shadow, my chest doesn't feel as tight. I can let the truth exist without having to fight. I only break in silence where the air feels thin and slow. I only cry in low light where I can let it show. Maybe I'm braver in the dark. Or maybe I'm just more honest. I only cry in low light till morning starts to rise. Then I wash my face in daylight and dry my tired eyes. I put my steady voice back on like nothing ever moved. But the night knows who I really am when I'm no longer composed. I only cry in low light where the truth feels safe and small. And when the sun comes back again, I won't cry at all. It's 2:13 again, the numbers glowing blue. I turn and face the ceiling like I always do. The sheets are twisted lightly from all the times I've tried to find a way to sleep with you not by my side. The air feels thin and careful, like it doesn't want to move. Even the quiet in this room feels scared to tell the truth. I close my eyes, but my mind stays wide. Every thought of you standing by my side. I close my eyes, then my mind stays wide. Every thought of you standing by my side. Still awake, counting every small mistake, trace and shapes inside the dark, like they could fix my broken heart. I turn the pillow to the cold, pretend I'm not alone, but every minute passing by feels heavier than stone. And I don't know how much more I can take. I almost reached for my phone. Your name still lives there, hovering like a question floating in the air. What would I even say now? Do you ever think of me? Or would that just reopen everything we used to be? I let the screen go dark again like I always do. Brave enough to miss you, not brave enough to text you. I breathe in slow like that could help, but missing you feels bigger than myself. Still awake, listening to my heartbeat break. Every sound feels amplified in the silence you left behind. I tell myself it's just a night, that morning will be kind, but mornings only hide the ache. They don't erase what's in my mind. Without sleep, maybe I won't feel this, but sleep won't come when I call it. Escape, the clock keeps moving anyway, like it doesn't see me break. Soon the sky will start to fade, and I'll pretend I'm okay. But right now it's just this room and the blue light on my face. Still I don't say your name out loud when the sun is high. It feels too heavy in my mouth, so I let it pass me by. But when the room turns quiet and the shadows start to climb, it slips between my breathing like it's perfectly timed. It echoes off the ceiling, falls back down to me. Sounds softer than it used to, but harder to release in the daylight. It feels wrong, but in the dark it still belongs. Your name sounds different at night, slower, softer, sadder. It doesn't fight to leave my lips, it only seems to matter. It hangs there in the silence, like it's asking to be heard. And I hold it like a secret, too fragile for the world. Your name sounds different at night, like it still fits in my heart. to say it casually, just to see how it feels. But it trembles when it leaves me, like it knows what's real. I wonder if you say mine in rooms I'll never see. Does it feel lighter for you, or does it ache like me? I don't let myself imagine too far beyond this space, but your name still finds its way into every empty place. I breathe it in, then let it go, like something I don't wanna know. Your name sounds different at night, almost like a prayer. Like maybe if I say it slow, you'll suddenly be there. It lingers in the corners where the shadows softly start. Your name sounds different at night. It doesn't want a part. Maybe I only miss you after dark. Or maybe I just hide it better in the light. Your name sounds different at night. It breaks without a sound. I say it to the empty room, and no one's around. When morning comes, I'll lock it up, put distance where you are. But at 2 a.m. it still feels close, no matter how far. Your name sounds different at night, and I still say it right. I replayed it again, the night you said goodbye. The way your voice went quiet right before my reply. You didn't raise it loud, you didn't slam the door. You just said maybe we can't do this anymore. I've memorized the silence between each word you said, like maybe there was something I misunderstood instead. If I listen closer, if I rewind slow, maybe I'll find the moment where it started to let go. I replayed it again, like it might change somehow, like maybe in another version. You don't leave me now. I turn the scene inside my head until it starts to bend, but no matter how edited, it always has the same end. I replayed it again, and it still hurts the same. I watch your eyes in memory, searching sign? Did you already know you were leaving mine? I study every detail, the way you held your breath, like if I look hard enough, I can undo what's left. I even blame the weather, the hour, the day, the tone, anything but facing you were already gone. Maybe if I said less, or maybe if I said more, maybe there was a different path we just didn't explore. I replayed it again, every pause, every word, trying to hear a softness I swear I almost heard, but it fades the same way every time I pretend. No matter how I change the lines, it always has the same end. I replayed it again, and I'm still here alone. I wish memories came with scissors, so I could cut that part away. I replayed it again till the sky turned gray, like if I stayed inside that night, you wouldn't walk away. But the truth doesn't soften, no matter how I've been. I can relive it all I want, it won't rewrite the end. I replayed it again and again and again. I've been staring at the ceiling for almost half an hour, tracing tiny cracks above, like they might hold some power. I ask it silent questions I don't dare say out loud, like why it had to end this way. And when it got so loud, the fan keeps spinning slowly, like it knows something I don't. I'm waiting for an answer, but the ceiling never won't. I keep searching for a sign, and shadows on the white, like maybe if I look long enough, it'll explain the night. But the ceiling doesn't answer, it just stares back at me, holding all the questions I'm too tired to repeat. It watches while I overthink every little part, like how something so beautiful could fall apart. The ceiling doesn't answer, no matter how I plead. this too. If your room feels just as quiet without me next to you, I ask it if I mattered the way I thought I did, or if I was just a chapter you quietly outgrew and hid. My voice sounds small up here, barely more than air. Even my own questions feel fragile and unfit. I breathe in slow, then let it go. Like maybe silence means I should know, but the ceiling doesn't answer. It never takes my side. It doesn't say you loved me, it doesn't say you lied. It doesn't give me closure or tell me who to be. It just keeps hanging over this breaking part of me. The ceiling doesn't answer, it just lets me stay awake. Maybe there isn't an answer. Maybe it's just me in the quiet. The ceiling doesn't answer when I whisper in the dark. It doesn't piece together what's scattered in my heart. Soon the morning light will come and pull me from this place, but right now I'm still searching for meaning in this space. The ceiling doesn't answer, and I don't either. I didn't mean to raise my voice. It wasn't even loud, but something in the way I spoke made you start to shut it down. I keep replaying tiny things, the tone I used that night. Maybe if I'd held you first, we wouldn't have that fight. I wasn't trying to hurt you, I was just scared to lose. But fear can sound like anger when it's breaking through. If I could go back to that small room, I'd change the way I said it to you. I should have said it softer, like it mattered more than pride. Like I wasn't building walls with words I try to hide. I should have said I'm scared instead of sounding strong. Maybe we'd still be here if I'd said it wrong. I should have said it softer. Maybe you would have stayed. You look so tired standing there, like something in you broke. And I was too busy defending every careless word I spoke. I thought we'd fix it later, like we always used to do. But later never came, and suddenly we were through. Now the quiet feels louder than that night ever was. Funny how silence hurts more than what it does. If love is fragile like glass in hand, maybe I held it too tight to stand. I should have said it softer, with my guard a little low. Let you see the trembling, I didn't let you know. I should have let my voice break instead of standing tall. Maybe if I'd chosen love, we wouldn't fall. I should have said it softer instead of being afraid. I wasn't mad, I was just scared. I didn't know how to say that then. I should have said it softer, like you were worth the bend. Like winning didn't matter if it meant we'd end. Now I practice in the dark what I'd say if you were here. But apologies at 2 a.m. don't travel anywhere. I should have said it softer before you disappeared. I turned my pillow toward the door without meaning to, like some part of me still expects you. Every little hallway sound makes my heart react. Footsteps that aren't yours still pull me back. The house settles slowly, wooden walls and air, and I keep listening like you might be there. I tell myself it's silly, you're not coming home, but hope is quite stubborn when you're here alone. My pillow faces the door, like it's waiting to, like fabric can remember the shape of you. I lie here half awake between what is and was, listening for a handle turn that never does. My pillow faces the door, even though I know I try to turn the other way, face the empty wall, but something in my chest won't let the hope fall. I count the seconds softly between each passing car. Every set of headlights looks closer than they are. I know it doesn't make sense, I know how this ends, but nighttime makes believers out of broken if I stop expecting, maybe I can rest. But letting go completely feels harder than I guessed. My pillow faces the door, like it still believes that love can change its mind and come back quietly. I close my eyes and listen to silence in the hall, hoping for a miracle that never calls. My pillow faces the door, and so do I. I know you're not coming, but I don't know how to stop waiting. But I don't know how to stop waiting. My pillow faces the door until the sky turns gray, then I turn it back around. Before the light of day, I smooth the sheets like nothing ever felt unsure. But every night it turns again and quietly faces the door. It's almost 2 a.m. The room is holding still. I wonder if you're sleeping or chasing some new thrill. Do you ever wake up suddenly with my name in your chest? Or do you turn over peacefully and finally get some rest? I used to think love lingered in the quiet after dark, but maybe that was only me holding on too hard. I tell myself it's just my fear, but fear feels honest when no one's here. You don't miss me at 2 a.m. You're not staring at the ceiling, you're not tracing every memory. You're fighting back the feeling, you're not holding your phone like it might light up my name. You don't break the way I do when everything is quiet and the same. You don't miss me at 2 a.m. like I miss you. I imagine you laughing somewhere I've never been. Your shoulders finally lighter without the weight of us within. Maybe you're already better, maybe you don't rewind, maybe you don't replay every fragile line. I hate that I still wonder what your nights look like if someone else is holding you when the world turns white. If you felt this too, wouldn't I know somehow? Wouldn't something in the air be different now? You don't miss me at 2 a.m. You don't freeze when it gets late. You're not whispering apologies to an empty space. You don't turn toward the door or wait for it to move. You don't sit with all the things we didn't get to prove. You don't miss me at 2 a.m. like I miss you. Maybe I was easier to leave than you were for me. You don't miss me at 2 a.m. You're not not breaking in the dark, you're not counting every second, trying to mend your heart. And maybe that's the hardest truth I've had to understand. You moved on quietly while I still barely stand. You don't miss me at 2 a.m. And I still do. I still leave the left side open, like you'll walk in late, like your shoes will hit the floor by the bedroom gate. Your shadow used to live here, right beside my own. Now the space feels louder than when we were alone. I reach across the mattress without meaning to. My hand finds only cold sheets where it once found you. I didn't know a space could ache this way. I didn't know it would stay. This is where you used to be, right here next to me, where your heartbeat matched mine in quiet harmony. This is where you held my hand when the night felt long. Now it's just an empty space where you belong. This is where you used to be, and it still feels like it should be. Your laugh still lingers in corners of the room, like dust that settles slowly in the late night gloom. I haven't moved your coffee cup, it's still beside the sink, like part of me believes you'll come back for a drink. I talk to you in whispers, like you're just downstairs, but silence answers softer than I'm prepared. I try to make it smaller, this memory of you, but every inch of this room still holds what we went through. This is where you used to be, curled up in my arms, safe inside the quiet, far from any harm. This is where you said my name, like it would never fade. Now it echoes back at me in the space you made. This is where you used to be, and I don't know how to move it. How does a body leave, but the outline stays? This is where you used to be, and I'm still here the same, learning how to sleep alone without whispering your name. Maybe one day it won't hurt to look at that empty side, but tonight it feels like proof of something that once survived. This is where you used to be, and it still feels like home. I used to say everything the second that I felt it, every little crack inside. I never tried to melt it, but somewhere in between the fights and long goodbyes, I started swallowing my words before they reached my eyes. I thought that keeping quiet would keep us safe somehow, so I folded every fear I didn't say out loud. I told myself love needs space, but I was just erasing my own place. I learned how to be silent, so you wouldn't pull away. I learned how to be smaller with every word I didn't say. I hid my shaking hands behind a steady tone. I learned how to be silent and slowly feel alone. You never asked me to shrink, you never said don't speak, but I saw the way your shoulders dropped when I sounded weak. So I became the easy one, the calm, collected kind, the girl who keeps it together even when she's not fine. Now the quiet feels permanent, like it's settled in my chest. I don't even know what I would have confessed if I had let myself break instead of being strong. Would we still be here, or would it still go wrong? I learned how to be silent till I forgot my voice. Every careful compromise felt less like love, more like a choice. I told myself it's better to keep the peace at home, but silence builds a distance you can't cross alone. I learned how to be silent, and you never knew. I wasn't calm, I was scared. Scared you'd leave if I was too much. I learned how to be silent, but it didn't make you stay. It only made it easier for you to walk away. Now I'm lying here at 2 a.m. with everything unsaid, the words I tried to bury spinning in my head. I learned how to be silent, and it cost me you. changed it, haven't moved it. It still belongs to me. I scroll past old conversations, stop where we left off, reading simple goodnight texts like they still mean enough. My thumb hovers over your name like it's a fragile thing. One small touch could wake up everything. I type 3 words then erase 2. I don't know what I'd say to you. I keep almost texting, do you ever think of me? I keep almost asking if you still can't sleep. I write it out in lowercase like that would make it light, but every message feels too heavy for the middle of the night. I keep almost texting, but I don't. I imagine you seeing it, my name lighting up your screen. Would your heart move even slightly, or stay completely clean? Would you stare at it a moment before you let it fade, or answer like we're strangers, careful and afraid? I tell myself I'm stronger than one small hate night, but strength feels different when the room is quiet. If I send it, what would change? Would it bring you back, or just bring pain? I keep almost texting, maybe we were wrong. I keep almost breaking and reaching for too long. The cursor blinks like it's waiting for me to press send, but silence feels safer than hearing it end. I keep almost texting, but I don't. I don't wanna bother you. I just wanna know if I matter. I keep almost texting until the sky turns gray. Then I lock my phone and tell myself I'm better this way. Maybe one day I won't hesitate when I see your name, but tonight it still feels fragile, like touching a flame. I keep almost texting and choosing not to. I thought I'd fall apart by now, crying till I couldn't breathe, but the tears feel far away, like they've quietly left me. There's a heaviness in my chest, but it doesn't make a sound. It's not the kind of pain that screams, it just settles down. I sit here in the dim light, staring at the wall, waiting for a breakdown that doesn't come at all. Maybe I've run out of ways to fall. Maybe I'm just too tired to break down, too trying to even cry. The hurt is still inside me, it just doesn't try. It used to hit like thunder, now it barely makes a sound. I'm not okay, I'm just too tired to break down. I replay what used to hurt, and it feels far away, like someone else's heartbreak from another day. I don't know if this is healing or just giving up, when pain stops fighting back and emptiness shows up. The room feels smaller lately, or maybe I just shrink, somewhere between missing you and not having the strength to think. I tell myself this is growth, but it feels more like being numb and slow. I'm too tired to break down, too worn to feel it loud. I carry it so quietly, you'd almost be proud. No shaking hands, no shattered glass, no dramatic sound. Just me in this low light, too tired to break down. I wish I could just cry it out, and at least I would feel alive. I'm too tired to break down, but it doesn't mean I'm fine. It just means the hurt has learned to stay inside the lines. Maybe one night it'll spill and finally hit the ground, but tonight I'm just too tired to break down. I didn't notice at first, just a tremble in my sleeve, a tiny restless movement, I couldn't make it leave. I wrapped my fingers tighter around a cup of tea, but the porcelain kept rattling like it was telling on me. It's strange how something broken doesn't always show. Sometimes it's just your hands letting go. I tell myself it's just the cold, but the room is warm and I'm not old. My hands won't stop shaking, even when I'm still, like they're holding on to something my heart already killed. I press them to my chest, like that might calm the sound, but they move like they remember every time you let me down. My hands won't stop shaking when I think of you. I try to keep them steady when someone says your name. I nod like I'm unaffected, like nothing's really changed. But underneath the table, they're trembling again, like my body knows the truth before it reaches my head. I didn't know that missing you would live inside my skin, that love could leave and still keep shaking within. I breathe in slow, count to 5, pretend I'm calm, pretend I'm fine. My hands won't won't stop shaking in the quiet of my room, like they're searching for your fingers in the midnight gloom. They don't listen to logic, they don't understand goodbye. They just keep remembering the last time you were mine. My hands won't stop shaking, and I don't know why. Maybe my body hasn't accepted it yet. Maybe it's still waiting. My hands won't stop shaking, but I don't let it show. I tuck them under blankets like no one has to know. By morning they'll be steady like nothing ever moved. But tonight they tell the truth, I'm still not over you. My hands won't stop shaking, and neither will my heart. I sleep closer to the edge, like there is an extra space. Like if I don't move too much, I won't see your place. I keep the blanket folded tight on only half the side, like the rest is temporary, like you just stepped outside. I don't stretch out anymore, I don't let my body roam. I pretend the bed is smaller so it still feels like home. If I don't look over, maybe I won't see how wide the space has grown between you and me. I pretend the bed is smaller than it really is. I curl into the memory of where your shoulder fits. I lie still in the darkness like you're breathing next to me. If I don't move too far, maybe I won't feel the empty. I pretend the bed is smaller so I don't feel alone. Your pillow's still beside me, though I don't turn that way. I tell myself it doesn't hurt if I don't let it stay. I used to wake up reaching before my eyes were clear. Now I wake up careful like I know you're not here. It's strange how something simple like sheets against my skin can remind me of a body that won't come back again. If I take up all the space, then it's finally true. So I make myself smaller to make room for you. I pretend the bed is smaller, like love didn't leave a mark, like the night isn't bigger now that you're not in the dark. I keep my hands close to my chest so they don't have to roam. I pretend the bed is smaller so it still feels like home. It's just a mattress. Why does it feel like losing you all over again? I pretend pretend the bed is smaller until the sky turns pale. Then I stretch into the emptiness and let the truth prevail. But every night it happens like my heart already knows. If I make the space feel smaller, it won't feel like you chose to leave me in this silence with a bed that's twice as wide. The rain is tapping softly against the window pane. It used to make me restless, now it sounds the same. The car goes down the street, headlights on the wall. I wait for something in me to react at all, but everything is muted like cotton in my ears. Even missing you feels quieter than tears. I thought heartbreak would roar and burn, but mine just fade without a turn. Nothing feels loud anymore, not even losing you. No thunder in my chest, no sky splitting in two. It's just a steady quiet where the ache has settled in. Nothing feels loud anymore, it's softer than it's been. I dropped your picture earlier, it hit the wooden floor. I stared at it a moment, then I felt nothing more. No shaking hands, no rush of breath, no sudden wave of blue. Just a tired kind of silence where there once was you. I don't know if this is healing or if I've gone numb, and even saying your name doesn't make me come undone. If pain grows quiet, does it disappear, or does it just live deeper here? Nothing feels loud anymore, not the night, not the rain, not the echo of your voice calling out my name. The sharpest edges dulled themselves somewhere in the dark. Nothing feels loud anymore, but it still leaves a mark. I think I miss when it hurt louder. At least then I knew it was alive. Nothing feels loud anymore, it's all a gentle gray. Like someone turned the volume down and slowly walked away. Maybe this is what it means to finally let you go. Nothing feels loud anymore, just low. There's a thin light at the window, barely touching blue. The night is slowly loosening its hold on me and you. The stars are fading quietly like secrets left unsaid, and I'm still in the same place inside my head. I didn't sleep a minute, but somehow time moved on. The dark I held so tightly is almost gone. Morning doesn't fix it, it just makes it small. It hides the fragile pieces behind a brighter wall. The sky is turning gray and I'm still wide awake, watching all the shadows start to slowly break. There's something almost peaceful in this in-between, where the night stops hurting but the day's not fully seen. The sky is turning gray and I'm still here. Birds begin their quiet songs like nothing ever changed, like hearts don't break at 2 a.m. or lie awake in pain. The world feels strangely normal as the light comes through, like it never witnessed all I went through. I smooth the sheets beside me, erase the shape of you. By the time the sun is higher, I'll know what to do. I'll fold the night away like it never stayed. I'll wear my steady face by the time the sky turns jade. The sky is turning gray and the ache feels thin, not gone, just quieter than it's ever been. There's a fragile kind of hope in the early light that maybe I'll survive another night. The sky is turning gray and I'm still breathing. Maybe this is how healing starts. Not loud, just slowly. The sky is turning gray and I didn't fall apart. I carried all the midnight inside my heart. Soon the sun will rise and I'll stand again, but for one quiet moment I don't have to pretend. The sky is turning gray and I made it through. lost their sharpness. They don't scare me anymore. The night said everything it needed me to hear. Now morning's moving slowly, like it's careful with me here. I'm tired in a softer way, not breaking like before, just quiet and aware of what I can't ignore. The hurt is still somewhere inside, but it's not screaming like it did last night. I'll be okay by sunrise, not perfect, not brand new, but steady in the daylight without reaching for you. The ache will fade to background like a song I used to know. I'll carry it more gently and finally let it go. I'll be okay by sunrise, I think I will. I won't say I'm over it, that wouldn't be true, but I don't feel as shattered as I used to. The bed is just a bed now, the door is just a door. The ceiling doesn't hold me the way it did before. There's something small but real in this quiet air, like maybe I can learn how to live without you there. Healing doesn't shout, it barely makes a sound. It just shows up softly when no one's around. I'll be okay by sunrise, even if I'm not tonight. I survived the heaviest hours in the darkest light. The girl who cried at 2 a.m. is still here somehow, a little less afraid of the empty now. I'll be okay by sunrise, slowly. Maybe okay is enough. Maybe that's how it starts. I'll be okay by sunrise, when the sky turns gold. I won't need the lamp or the quiet to hold. I'll step into the morning with fragile, steady grace, and leave the night behind me in its familiar place. I'll be okay by sunrise.